Welcome into the next conversation or discussion about resilience. These 8:20 urgency moments that I hope we can share together today, but maybe you can download it and come back to it if something I said today doesn't quite hit the mark or ring the bell for you. But I hope that it resonates in some way with something in your journey or in your purpose, in your message, and hopefully it comes out in your actions and in your voice. Today's topic is called the sound of now. The sound of now. I know I spent a lot of time or often come back to somehow in these episodes on the term, the sound. Somehow I always come back to that, not a metric, I guess a reference about how important sound has become to me. Now, as a sidebar discussion, for many years, even growing up, I've always appreciated music. I appreciated hearing it. I appreciated even my optimistic ambitions to create music. Lately, the past 8-9 years, trying to learn how to play trumpet, jazz trumpet and improvisation at the same time. So making that sound or producing that sound is still an elusive journey for me. But I'm staying on it because it does drive me. As you notice in other episodes, I mentioned that thing I call currency. The 4 things that drive me, one of those 4 things was music. But now, the currency is really the sound for me. And in this episode, I said it's called the sound of now. But before I dive into, the recesses of my mind and definitely closer to my heart, why I'm talking about the sound of now, I'm asking you these questions, and really questions for myself as well. How does it sound? The sound of now. How does it sound? How long does it last? That sound of now. There really is no answer that I can give you except my perspective and what I'm learning about not just a note, someone's voice, nature, the wind, nothing, but even in silence, that sound of now is that call for love. The sound of love is the sound of now. I know it's hard to maybe consider that or take it into as a possible reality for you, but it is for me, because I'm coming from the knowledge part and then hopefully getting to the point of understanding it and then applying the understanding, what I call wisdom. Even that quiet of your mind is the place to get to so you can hear the sound of your heart. Hard to do. So even when I said the sound of now, the sound of love can be found in that quiet space. And in that quiet space is an opportunity for you to hear really the sound of now, the sound of you at your core essence. So yes, the sound of now, the sound of love, the call of love is the sound of your essence at your heart. I know that sounds, pun intended, simple, right? I know even me trying to identify and define what the sound of now is, that may not have the kind of buying power of some of the coins or dollars or crypto in your account right now. But bear with me, I offer to you the perspective that is the greatest wealth that we can ever have. Certainly, it's good to have money in your pocket to go buy whatever you want. But I submit to you that I'm learning without that recognition, the exposure, the awareness, and the sharing of the sound of now, the sound of love, the sound of you. I would say without that substance, it really has nothing to stand on. It can't withstand itself by itself. Yes, things are important. The nice, shiny, glossy things we get in the mail or at the store or through Amazon. Good to get that kind of stuff. But what I am recognizing is that even given that stuff, which I have too much of it as we speak, without that substance that I can come back to, no, not come back to, stay engaged with, stay connected to, stay aware of, and reflect on it and reflect it forward in everything I do. Not occasionally, but with a more consistency than I have done it before. That sound of love and that sound of now is the basis and source for anything, what I call currency, but anything you want to use to do what you have called as your purpose or as your message, or can bolster your voice in whatever you do, your actions in whatever you do. I'm just trying to move closer, and that closer is within. So it's not going out to get it, it's going further in to hear it, to recognize it, to respect it, to embrace it. And then that's all good if I can do those preliminary things. But let's say I can do those. The next critical step is, am I sharing that properly? Again, not once in a while, not on a birthday occasion, not on a holiday. Can I do that with people I do know, don't know? Need to know, don't need to know. It shouldn't matter. But for me, it's a work in progress. It's a work in process. And it is as perfect as it can ever be, meaning it is complete or in the process of completing, which makes it perfect and makes you perfect as well. Please don't resist that description and definition for who we all are. In this world, as imperfect as it seems to feel, we are perfect. Go with that instead of saying you're not. Say what you are. And also what you are, given that we're having this quasi-conversation right now, we are present. We are here. We are here now. I thank you for considering these perspectives, these observations, and hopefully where I've communicated them to you makes some level of sense for you to consider them and maybe use them as references on your own journey. Until then, stay present, stay current. No matter where you are, it's always a 20.